When I was 13 years old, so professionals came into the school and they recruit you just for like a 2-day job shadow. And from high school, really poor school district, the cops came, the military came, like auto mechanic came, and then a couple chefs came. So for me, I was like, chefs, please, I'll take chefs. And I remember talking to James Neighbor, my first mentor, through the job shadowing program. And he was like, if you become really good at cooking, you can take that skill anywhere. You really can. And that was really appealing to me. I'm Grant Crilly. Join me as I travel across the country to meet chefs who are shaping our food culture. We learn about their ups, downs, successes, and heartbreaks. Where they come from, how they got here, and where they're going. Every route is different on the road to cooking. So I grew up in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, along the Duwamish. And my dad was a shipbuilder. My mom was a textile designer. Work ethic was really important to mom and dad. You know, we didn't have a lot of stuff, didn't have a lot of money, but looking back, that was a good thing. You guys always have the best. God damn.
Throw that skin right there, man. Well, this party ain't over
So good.
yet.
Is it some pluout or plum?
Got plum from chili.
Firm, sour, sweet, yum. Both my mom and dad were really great cooks. You know, we grew up going to the food bank, and the food bank meant you had to know how to cook. Because back then, the food bank was like giant sack of beans, giant sack of this, whole case of that.
All right, what do you think your total is?
Oh, we're gonna guess? Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. 42.
Oh, holy shit, pretty damn close. 39.75.
Our summers were like, we go camping for like 2 months. And we would do that when like my dad would get laid off or something from the shipyard, you know? And we just fished like every day for weeks and months. That's our guy. See his nice eyes? Crystal clear. This is what I want to see too, like a wider belly. I'm gonna pick up this guy. That's the perfect size too. That's a good fish. See you guys later. You guys have a good day. There are a lot of ways to cook a steak, and today we're gonna talk about one way.
We're gonna show you how to make the tornado omelet.
It's everything you need to know about cookies. You'll never have to go to another cookie source ever again. We got you covered. ChefSteps, since day one, has always been a whole diverse set of thinkers trying to turn people from consumers to producers. Where did this content come from? It came from right here. It starts off with visuals and content and community, and then it bleeds into hardware and tools and technology and software, solving food technology problems. When we started off cooking for ChefSteps, shooting videos right here. We actually started in a garage, but then when we moved to here, you know, for me, I was really excited to be working on like the cooking resource that I would have wanted when I was first learning how to cook. Pretty. You know, I'm actually like a skeptic when it comes to like pushing the boundaries of technology. I feel like one of my strengths is like, whoa, is that human? Is that good for people? Is that really healthy? What should we do that's gonna make people feel better about themselves? I feel like I bring that to all my projects I've worked on my whole career, you know? Oh yeah. So this is my buddy Frank's house And that's his dog, Frankie. We'll get some oysters, huh, buddy? Hi, partner. How you been? How you been? How you been? Where's Dad at? Dad home? You know, out of all the fishing I do, gathering oysters is the easiest. They just sit there. I love this place. I come here a lot on just like weekends and vacations. We all hang out here. But he happens to, on his property, have one of the best kind of access to wild oysters in his front yard. There's lots of famous farms right around here too. But basically we're just gonna pop over here. Frank!
There's a lot of big ones, but if you look at in between them, there are small ones that are sticking straight up, and those are the young ones. And
oh, he's good size though, I see what you mean.
Yeah, they live among them.
Let's get him. Looks like an oyster now. This is the OCD chef in me. Just like a little scrub. These are great.
They haven't had a bath in a long time.
It's amazing how like just one oyster, look at like there's gotta be what, like 300 barnacles on them growing. It's like a house for other things, you know? Most people are shooting oysters, shucking oysters, raw oysters, especially all the, like 90% of the farmed ones, you know? They're little guys. They're like, and I get people who love it. You know, they're like this size. That's a really nice size for like shucking. I mean, that's just the top of a shell, but about that size. But when I do like Oysters Rockefeller or like a grilled one, I mean, you could do it any size, but I like a big 2-biter because one, when you cook it, the meat shrinks a little bit, not a lot.
It's pretty yummy.
Thank you, sir. The Oyster Rockefeller that I've been doing that I like, it's a good way to get like a nice texture on an oyster on the half shelled. You know, when you buy like Kumamotos, Hamahamas, Shigokus, they're all Pacificas, which are these oysters, but they're raised different and in different regions. So different styles of raising them that change their shape. With the Rockefeller, you get like this creamy bed of greens, and I like overdo it on the greens, lots and lots and lots of greens. I like the miner's lettuce that I've been getting recently. You can chop in any type of tender green. Garlic, onions, I like starting there. Extra butter, it's all oily, sweaty, smells like really sweet, sweet onion garlic. There's a million types of breadcrumbs, right? But I always keep clubhouse crackers, oyster crackers, saltine crackers in my pantry because you could do so many things with them. Crumbling them all up, and then you add your Parmesan. Drain that fat out, mix it into your breadcrumbs. Those breadcrumbs will be crispier, more evenly golden, and more flavorful, and they'll stay crispy longer. Then you add like wine, Pernod, greens, cream. Really, really amazing contrast and texture. So if you perfectly cook an oyster, for me, perfectly cooked means like on the big ones, 115, 125 degrees Fahrenheit in that range. 7 minutes to say air fryer broil or something, and you just serve them, boom, out the window. Between that custardy oyster that's like really nice and toothy, the greens, you can chew on the greens, and the crispy, crispy, crispy of the breadcrumbs is really, really good. You know, everything I work on, it's always been trying to empower people. Like, I like empowering people. And I'm interested in helping people rethink the kitchen and rethink what you can do for yourself. And that to me is where I draw a huge inspiration from.